Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for the G.I. Joe Cobra Trade Volume 3 that just came out. Now, I know I keep mentioning this, but G.I. Joe Cobra is not your typical kid's book. And this trade was amazingly good. Now, the first two trades basically dealt with a guy who was basically trying to, he basically was put into Cobra as a plant. He was discovered. They let him, do his thing, and then eventually they were going to kill him, but then he escaped, and then he's basically trying to destroy Cobra. And in the second volume, G.I. Joe was trying to extract him out because he holds vital information. Now, Cobra 3 obviously deals with Serpentor. Now, this is almost like a standalone trade where you can almost just read on your own. You don't need the first two because it really doesn't refer back to the first two volumes. Now, this book was awesome. Like I said, it was amazing. Now, if you remember Serpentor from the comics, he's very manly. He's very, he's got all that armor up, and he looks, like a guy who commands, I guess you can say. But this is Serpentor in this volume, in this universe. This Serpentor here, basically, he looks frail. He looks like a normal guy, maybe a little bit on the feminine side, a little bit, but he's a cult leader, and that makes him like 100 times more dangerous because he basically gets people, wraps them around his finger, and makes them do things willingly. They would sacrifice their life without a hesitation. Now, the story basically starts off with Hawk. I think it was Hawk. Sends there's a reporter, and what he basically does is he hires this. No, I'm sorry, not a reporter. He used to be a reporter, then became a private investigator, and he hires him because of his. He's a very good private investigator, and he's done other works for the government before. So he sends him into what they call the coil, and to try to uncover the secret of what's going on. Now, the coil is basically it's an arm under Cobra, and it was just such an interesting read the way Cobra, or I should say Serpentor, was basically brainwashing the private investigator, and it was just like, I don't really want to give away too much, but it was a really interesting read. Now, they have these really weird pages off to the side like that, which obviously it's a very painterly quality, and some of these pictures are really crazy, but like it has this weird, it looks like a really weird religious advertising, but it also looks like it's also telling a story at the same time. And there's also two sub-stories they give you. The first is Crockmaster, and the second is one of the guys who basically a soldier in Cobra. And out of the two, the Crockmaster was a really interesting story because it's basically told the tale of a kid who basically didn't know his mom. His mom mysteriously disappeared, and he had an abusive dad, and basically he grew up around these crocodiles, and the crocodiles became his friend, and he basically killed his father, took over the business, and basically the crocodiles listened to him, and then he eventually became an eco-terrorist type thing. But when I say he's an eco-terrorist, just keep in mind, like, he wasn't like a tree hugger who would tie himself up to a tree. He would basically kill everybody, destroy everything, and so he was very talented at what he did, which caught the interest of Cobra since he attacked Cobra, and they basically offered him a job, and then it looks like he was basically presented with an option that he enjoyed, so he took it. Now, I thought this, like I said, this, I can't really say, I can't, it just, like I said, I keep saying that it was great, it was a great read, and this really was a true enjoyment. And, you know, it's unfortunately because it is called G.I. Joe, I don't think a lot of people are really going to jump on the bandwagon. But this, like I said, this whole series of Cobra it's been phenomenal so far, and it's just so well written. It's so it's a lot more rooted in reality type thing. The way things happen. It's not, you know, like here's a plane and the missile's about to hit the plane, so the guy jumps out type thing. None of that stuff happens here. So that's, you know, that's what's actually the cool part. People get killed. People get killed all the time. And in this one, like somebody shoots themselves in the head. So stuff like, you know, it's rooted a lot more into reality. So if you're looking for something different, give this one a try. You might like it. So those are my reviews. Review. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down. Let me know what you think. And I'll have try to put some more reviews later on in the week. And until next time.